Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 251. In today's episode, I need to play a bunch of FUT Champs games to get me up to Gold 3. Whether or not that's where we stop or not, I still don't know. Tomorrow's episode could be something completely different, or it could be me pushing towards Gold 2, depending on how my Sunday games ended up going, if I tried or not, or whatever. So, if you do enjoy, do me a favour, hit the thumbs up button. We are aiming for 3,000 likes. That's your target every day. If you can make that happen, basically, it ticks a box on making Lasty's day. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Why not, right? You might as well. Doesn't cost anything, does it? So, we're at 8 wins and 2 losses. A good first 10 games. Considering we lost our first game and we were 4-2, I will most definitely take the fact that we are now 8-2. When we come up against this is a strong squad. It's not the strongest squad, but there is a fantastic defense there of Boateng, Militao, and Ramos, as well as a Tots Griezmann. Like, there's some really good players here. And this guy was called Road to Ronaldinho. Now, I don't know whether this is a content creator, like a YouTuber or a streamer or anything, or if his goal is just to get Ronaldinho in his FUT team this year. But what was started off like as a fairly even match sort of really turned quickly due to some defensive errors on his part. Like, he kept pulling the defenders out, and I'm not going to lie, on this little session that we're going to play in today's episode, I was on a roll. You know how I've been saying the last couple of days I've been playing some terrible FIFA. I hope I wake up with fingers the next day, the next session. Essentially, that's what happened. I was actually playing quite well. So I'm 2-0 up at half time. Thanks to some Militao and Ramos just being dragged out a little bit too far. And then Neymar scores that. That goes in. It never touches any of the net. It just goes in off the bar, and you don't know until they start running away whether or not that's still in play or whether it's an actual goal or not. But yeah, we score with Neymar to make it 3-0. We score with Mahrez to make it 4-0. Like, I don't understand how this game's got so far away, because I don't think it really was one of them. But obviously at that point I started kind of showboating a little bit, trying to score some nice goals. That volley would have been lovely from Mahrez, but I do give him the chance to score a free kick, which he sticks away quite nicely. So that's 5-0. That might be the first free kick goal I've actually scored with Mahrez. He's got great stats, just like Neymar does, and obviously he's if in the right spot and they don't move their goalkeeper and stuff, we're going to be able to score maybe a couple of them if I get my free kick strat correct. So instead of just tapping that in, I ended up letting Santi get a goal. I brought Santi on. We were so far in the lead that I could maybe try out a different player, and that's exactly what I did. So I actually got a message after that game saying GG from that guy. I went back, GG mate. So I don't understand how a 6-0 victory can come out of that. It wasn't that split, I'm telling you. So we go into the next game. Mahrez, 99 Messi, Team of the Year Mane. It's just like, oh god, if this guy's good, we are in serious trouble. But like I said, I was kind of on a roll. I was kind of playing the sort of FIFA that I wanted to play. Service felt pretty good. Gameplay felt smooth. It was pinging. And my players, well, I was attempting to do a lot of these one-touch, 1-2 type passes between the 5-star skillers in my attack and Atal as well, of course. So my 4 very pacey, very decent attackers, I wanted to just work between them, and it was actually working really well. And also shout out to Kovacic, because this guy has had a fantastic weekend for me. To the point where last weekend I was bringing him off at half time, switching him for somebody else. Now I take Ndidi off and bring on Mariano in the CDM spot and let Kovacic stay on. When the servers feel good, 95 dribbling on Kovacic is worlds above from Ndidi. Because yeah, he can still make all the tackles and stuff. His legs aren't as long as Ndidi's, and he might not be as fantastic in a defensive stance. But he elegantly moves around the pitch, and you love to see it. You really do. So I've been really enjoying him. So then we come up against this, probably one of our toughest tests yet. Really crazy squad. Red 99 Van Dijk. Like this guy probably knows how to play a bit of FIFA. But I spin him with Riyadh early on, early doors, 7 minutes on the clock. I find myself 1-0 up, and I'm like, let's go. That's good. But as you can see, kickoff, your players might feel a little bit clunky sometimes. Somehow I managed to get the block on that with Luiz to stop the kickoff goal happening. But it still kind of happens anyway because he gets the front post header with Musa Sissoko. And yeah, I get equalised on, which is frustrating. But then Douglas Costa knocks it out to Kovacic into Riyad Mahrez, who takes the strike and scores the goal. But he was just offside when I played the pass, so that is unfortunate. And what's even more unfortunate is that I then go ahead and give away a penalty and Del Piero steps up. I should have known he was going straight down the middle, because when the animation changes and they instantly start running rather than taking a moment, I should know that that's them not aiming and them going straight down the middle, right? Like, I should know that by now. And then caught on the counter again. I find myself 3-1 down, and I'm like, okay, I'm not really sure or not understanding how this is happening, because this game's pretty even. I mean, I guess it doesn't necessarily look it at half-time. 7 shots, 6 on target for my opponent. 3 shots, 2 on target for me. Maybe maybe he did have a much better first half than me, but it didn't quite feel like that in my head anyway. I was still fairly confident that we can maybe get back into this. So Mahrez knocks it into Douglas Costa. Lovely goal. Some fantastic dribbling and a lovely setup there from Riyad Mahrez. Helps me get 1 goal back. But then he gets round me with Trent, and I think he then knocks it inside to Ryan Kent, who can go either way. You know, he can go left foot, right foot, and that is, I guessed and gambled the wrong way. He scores the goal, restores my opponent's 2-goal lead, and then I get absolutely Richarlisoned. What a goal that is. At the near post, Alisson doesn't even try to save it. It was just super accurate and super powerful from the Brazilian. I do go ahead and score a free kick with Neymar to get me 1 goal back. 75th minute, there's still a little bit of time. So, of course, I throw the kitchen sink at him. We go full on, all-out attack, and I do get a goal with Mahrez here. But it is in the 92nd minute of 92 minutes that could be played in this game. So it was far too late. And, of course, the whistle just blew as soon as he kicked off, pretty much. And we come away with a 5-4 loss. But I actually kept my head there. I did all right. Oh, I'm going to open the Excel spreadsheet, by the way. Because just from saying I kept my head there, I remember that's what I wrote. I wrote very even game, it happens, kept my head. So yeah, GG's to that guy. We take a little loss. So that's our 3rd loss of the weekend league. But we are currently on 10 wins, I think. Is that right? 10-3? I think so. And then look at the play here. The passing movement and stuff, it was brilliant. Wow. I love playing this game when it's like this. I love it, and that's that feeling that I get, right, where, I mean, I did a tweet the other day that got like 4,000 or 5,000 likes, and I guess it was very relatable, because I put, I really want to play FIFA, but at the same time, I really don't want to play FIFA. Does anyone understand this? And obviously a lot of you did, because like 4,000 or 5,000 of you liked the tweet, but yeah, like when it's like this is the reason why I love FIFA. When it's playing well and when I'm enjoying it, it's so good, because I love football and I love playing a football game. But then just the dread of how sweaty the weekend league can be, playing 120 minutes to just lose to someone with a Ryan Kent or whatever, or you know, it's annoying. But it happens to all of us. So that is that feeling of wanting to play it because you love FIFA and you love the football and stuff so much. But then the dread of the weekend league because of how sweaty and toxic it can be is the other side of the spectrum, isn't it? So keeping my head and staying in a really good mood whilst I was playing these matches was very beneficial. You know, it was it's good, you know, because even if you concede a goal, you're like, okay, we'll move on. I've still got this. I can still go down the other end and score. Whereas sometimes I'll concede a goal and I instantly want to quit, and I'm just like so done with it because I'm in the wrong headspace. So I know that this game is like, obviously it's about skill and about team, but there is a huge amount of it which is about headspace and keeping your head and stuff. So yeah, like, I mean, this guy gave up. This was a 2-2 game. I felt like it shouldn't have been 2-2 because I feel like I was better. But I guess I got in his head. We scored a few goals. He's ended up scoring a couple of own goals at the end here even. Just to make my joke perfect. Because I wrote on the Excel spreadsheet, I would 8-2 this guy because he scores the goal. I end up getting an 8-2 victory. A 10-goal thriller. In a game which was literally 2-2 for quite a while. So, yeah, that's a weird one. But that was my 11th win. We're 11-3. Doing all right, you know. We move on into the next game against this squad right here. Tidy team. I mean, if I got a red Carvajal and a red Varane, I would also put them into my starting 11, I think. That's a very, very nice duo to get. And I have to say that this guy's Fred and this guy's Kante played outstandingly well for what cards they are. It was regular Kante, and then this Fred, he felt like he was juiced. It's like somehow he'd managed to get a stat card snuck onto him, but like we're in the weekend league, so you can't use them. But yeah, like what a player he was for this guy. He really knew how to use those small, agile, pacey DMs, and that was where I was struggling. That was where he was cracking down to tackle me and block me and intercept me and stuff. So second half, I had to, you know, pull the big guns out, and it's that man Kovacic. Kovacic scoring another goal for us, put us in the lead. You love it. And then Lasty does a Lasty. I mean, how 97 Allison's not just like moving to the side and picking that up, I have no idea. But he's dived for it and he's ended up letting a goal in, and that kind of threw my head a little bit because I messed up. But then straight away my opponent got a red card, and straight from that I end up scoring. I score from this, so I scoop round, enough pace from Mahrez to get past Adama with loads of pace, and so much shot power and accuracy that I fly it in and fling it in at the top post. Love that. Top bins. You love a goal like that. And we come away with a 3-2 victory. Had to hold that one out in the end. What did I put there? I put Mahrez Masterclass, because I think he got goals and assists in that game. What a player. A Mahrez Masterclass indeed. This is a nice team, though. Cruyff, Ronaldo, Guilherme, the Red Tots, Red Son as well. Just lots of good players. And that was a hell of a turn from Ronaldo. It was like a half animation and then a pass. So GG's to my opponent. What a goal that was. I think I said that literally at the time. But I found myself 1-0 down at halftime. I think this was going to be the game, if anything, that was going to get me the loss. So extreme measures were taken. I brought on my, in extreme circumstances only, 99 rated lone CR7 because I've still got him. I've not used him. Everyone else used him in the weekend league against me a few months ago, but I've still got mine. So just like everybody else did, I'm going to bring him on as well. Until they ban loans, of course, they are, you know, fully viable, I guess. I try not to use him as much as possible, but he was the difference maker because he dragged defenders out. He left a gap there for Mahrez to be able to swing a shot in to put me 2-1 up in extra time. And then Neymar into CR7, knocks it to Mahrez. Those two working wonders. It knocks it out to Adama, who can just slot that one across, and Ronaldo's able to finish. 2 goals from the Portuguesa. And I think that did throw my opponent off because for the rest of this game, he hardly played. He like kicked it around a little bit and then put his controller down and yeah, a little bit more of that here and there. And I end up coming away with a victory. Tough game. And it was the difference maker. That is literally, and it can't be used many times because he was only ever a 7-game loan. But in extreme circumstances, can you bring on a 99 rated CR7? And I think we all got him, right? Was it an objective, or did we just get given him? So everyone has the chance to do that. Have you used yours? You can let me know down below. And then we go into this game against Red Oblak, Red Varane, and Red Kroos. So I guess this guy definitely got gold 2 or above, because he either got double rewards or he finished elite. And he also had Red Mahrez as well, which scared the life out of me, because I know how good my Mahrez is. And his had a dynamic image. Where's my dynamic image? Come on, game. Give it to me. I've got a very expensive player here. But we end up scoring a Lasty special. I actually green time it and go far post rather than near post. And I go 1-0 up from it. And I don't know what's going on with this guy. But he wiped me out to give the free kick away. And then he also just decided to full-on rage quit. Did he get a red card? Oh, I couldn't check to see if he got a red card there, but he rage quit. So I guess maybe he did get a red card. I guess maybe that's why he quit. But But yeah, we get our 14th win there, boys. Once again, it is that 14th win, which was the rage quit, just like last week and many previous weeks, actually. So that is 14-3. Weekend League done. Unless, of course, tomorrow's episode is the Weekend League. I can't promise you anything. I don't know. Like, as I'm recording this, it's mid-Sunday afternoon, and I haven't yet quite got to actually play any games yet. So if it happens, it happens. If not, I'm absolutely fine where I am in Gold 3. Really happy to have got my games done. I actually did list Mahrez up on the market after this video. You won't see it in this video for roughly what I bought him for, but he has dropped he's dropped like a rock. We're going to lose a lot of money on Mahrez, so I might even just keep him and then see how it goes throughout the week. I'm not in a desperate rush to sell him, just in case prices bounce back up again, but he's well in the 600s as I'm recording this. Whether or not that drops even further and he's in the 500s or so, I don't know. There's not much I can do about it, but we've got a fantastic player, even if we do lose a couple 100,000 coins on him, right? So he is a beast. I do recommend him, and if he is going cheap, pick yourself up a Mahrez because he's class, mate. He absolutely is. So, time to talk you through the final stats from my weekend league. So, we got 3 goals, 9 assists from Kovacic from CDM this weekend. That is a round of applause for the Croatian. What an absolute player he has been. We got 8 goals, 5 assists from Atal, 7 goals, 9 assists from Douglas Costa, 7 goals, 12 assists from Neymar. Just 7 goals in a weekend league for Neymar. And 7 goals for Douglas Costa. That's crazy to me. That's how quiet they've been. Because we've been forcing the ball to Mahrez, who comes in clutch with 10 assists and 24 goals this weekend league. What a beast. We absolutely love to see it. Kent with 4 goals, 4 assists. Adama with 6 assists off the bench. Those two have been super subs of dreams, of course. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. 3,000 likes, that is your target. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Thank you for doing that. And, of course, come follow me on Twitter, Instagram. The links are down below, everyone. Have a lovely day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay inside, stay enjoying yourselves, and I will catch you next time. Peace.